What's up, guys? So you saw last week, you already know what the drill is for this video. We're just going to be making, probably just a weekly series, to be honest, because it's so well received. So, keep hitting that like button, keep commenting below, subbing to the YouTube and all that stuff if you want to see more of these types of videos. With that said, let's start off with Luigi. And I'm sorry for everyone for improving Luigi players online. I know it's a crime, but Luigi players, no one wants to be near you. You are absurdly broken up close, right? Grab combos to death, which a lot of Luigi players drop for some reason online, but anyway. Insane frame data, overall lots of damaging attacks, combos off things that aren't just grab. Like, no one wants to be near you, right? So what happens a lot is most people just run away and throw projectiles, or massive destroyed hitboxes, swords, whips, whatever it is. And a common mistake I see is a lot of Luigi players getting very impatient and just trying to rush the opponent down. Like, run in their face with dash attacks, roll in, jump in the dumbest ways, and really just try to force an approach. Where honestly, no one wants to be near you, no one wants to approach you. If you legit just walk, or if you want to, make someone get tilted, you can crawl at them and just shield, crawl and shield, because people will naturally back off and put themselves into the corner when fighting Luigi if they can't get these free projectiles on him. So, by just playing a bit slower and walking forward, also using some fireballs to control space, he's really frustrating, and then they'll be in the corner, and that's when you can strike. That's when you can be very obnoxious, when the opponent can't back off, when the opponent has to jump out of the corner, or roll out of the corner, do something out of the corner, or they put themselves in a really bad space in the air on a platform at the ledge. That is when you can exploit them the most, and that's why patience is rewarded with Luigi. Ness players. Something I see a lot is y'all are scared off stage. Like, you guys go off stage and you immediately just drift back, double jump, and then try to air dodge to ledge every time. Or maybe you do jump up and try to do this. But I feel like most Ness players go off stage and just immediately panic and just try to stall off stage as long as possible, or just try to find an air dodge. And then I look at a Ness player like Best Ness, and something he does a lot is he'll just swing. He'll be at disadvantage off stage. He's not afraid. He'll just double jump at someone, swing with an up air, but he'll do this. And it's a really hard to approach option. And it's just really good, and because Ness has really good airspeed, his double jump height's nice, he's kind of small, he has just lots of air mobility in general, right? And his attacks are decently sized and pretty fast, and very scary to get hit by. You can honestly be a lot more aggressive off stage than you think. You can basically reversal people if you find the right openings. So don't be afraid to look for that sometimes. So Falcon players. I just want to show you something real quick. Okay, I didn't want to show you that one. Hold up. I also didn't want to show you that. You know what? There we go. Look at that up B range. It's insane. That's bigger than Palutena's free patch grab, I think, that up B range. So what I want to talk about is how broken up B is as an option. I've played Fatality a lot, right? And something he does, I know the Falcon player does, is abuse that. Because it's hard to hit Falcon's shield and do anything like dashing away or shielding because of that up B. Sure, it's a little bit committal, but because it's so big, if I try to do something like, say, naring him as Rosa and dashing back, up B hits me during my dash back because it goes so far. And this applies to a lot of characters where they can't really hit Falcon's shield and dash back, shield, whatever, because up B will catch them. So you can really rely on that as an out of shield option. As scary as it sounds, it's really good. It's kind of like a janky Palutena shield grab. And not just for out of shield is it good, it's also a great way to catch people on platforms because it's so big and it lingers and it goes pretty high up. It's a really good ledge trapping tool because you can kind of sit here and shield. And you can react to everything. You can react to regular get up attack, or roll with up B as shield. Only thing you can't react to is jump. But you can still catch the jump if you read it. Sometimes you still catch people jumping if they're slower. And you can still up air people as shield if they jump. So, a really good option there. And even for edge guarding. Insanely good tool because you go off stage and do this. This, edge guard with whatever. And you up B. And you can hold down to not grab ledge. And cover so much space off stage. Doing this, a lot of characters can't quite deal with that at all. And it kills and does pretty good damage. So really, Falcon players, experiment with this move because it's like the most underutilized move. Like one of the most underutilized moves in Smash Ultimate period. Alright, Puff players. I got one piece of advice for you. Don't play this character online. Just don't. Nah, I'll give you some real advice. The actual advice is, because this character is so fast in the air with multiple jumps and yada yada, it's Puff, you can basically run away from people very easily and play neutral where you want to play it from. Like, let's say you have like a jump in here, but it doesn't feel great. Your opponent's like in position to wall you out. You know, it's kind of a bad approach angle. You can kind of just do this, like jump over them, get past them. Because most characters can't really chase Puff that well from the ground while she's in the air. And pretty much no one can chase her air to air. So, a lot of people first of all get impatient and chase them anyway and punish them. But secondly, you can basically dictate when you want to fight. It's kind of like Aerial Sonic if Sonic was a really, really, really atrocious character. But yeah, so just keep that in mind and leverage that as much as possible. Don't choose bad fights. Alright, Peach players, Peach players, Peach players. Peach players! Play Daisy. Okay, for you Daisy players out there who are very cool people and I respect heavily, a common misconception I see with this character is that the character is... People think the character can be very, like... Not can be, but is kind of an aggressive character, wants to approach her a lot, and basically wants to get in your face. And I feel like this misconception occurs because people see that this character is a crazy good combo game, but doesn't have much range in her attacks. And they go, oh, she must be getting your face and mash buttons. And while it's kind of true when she has pressure going, she's actually a much more defensive-oriented character than people give her credit for. Because Turnip is one of the best things in the game. It's a really good projectile that's also an item with RNG that favors her. Her natural mobility with floating and stuff, and she's not far, she can toss this. Lets her really just camp with this, she gets combos off of it, and basically the threat of Turnip as a pressure tool and walling tool means she can play very passive. And to complement that really passive game plan, her out of show game is nutso because of how fast her attacks are. So you force people to approach with turnips, make them hit your shield poorly, and then do crazy float cancel combos, prior practice, whatever, and get big damage. And then her float back is an insanely good defensive tool because it's so hard for a lot of characters to approach this because she's so fast with the float. And moving forward, it's also good for sure, and you can dash in front of someone's face and dash back to take them out. But just this especially is so hard to punish and applies so much pressure that it really makes her a defensive monster despite what feels like a lack of range with the character. Bowser players, Flame Breath is a broken move. It's all I have to say, right? Just spam it, easy peasy. Cool, done here. All right, fine. Let me actually explain it. So this move is nutso. It's really hard to punish on block, and on hit it just does absurd damage. Obviously, because you can angle it, you can kind of cover a lot of space, and even if someone gets caught by the end of the move like this, still 6 damage for doing nothing. Tell Sheik players that they can get 6 damage for doing nothing while killing at 60 and living to 180. So this move is really hard to punish, really easy to hit people with. It has decent amount of star, but it's not crazy. And it ends up being one of those tools you can kind of use for everything. Legit, when I play Bowser, I'll approach people doing this. I'll play defensively doing this. I'll just dash back and forth and be like, oh, I'm going to anti-air you with this kind of, whiff punish you with this. Oh, the ledge up with this. You can edge guard with this. You can find a way to use this move almost anywhere. And because the damage output is absolutely insane, it's one of the most rewarding options in the game. And I honestly get surprised when I don't see Bowser players just spam this move over and over and over. I see you guys mindlessly spamming down Bs and forward smashes and down airs, moves that significantly worse moves because they're flashier. No. You just do this. Just do that, get your 30 damage and kill people at 100. Anyway, so that's my advice for y'all. Okay? cool. I expect to see some neutral beast spam on Elite Smash and in tournaments now everywhere. Because he's like the most popular character online, I think. Peace out, y'all. Hope you like this video. Like the last one, don't forget, follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And see you next week.